I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at this. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, I'm not surprised.
Hey, what's poppin', my bros? UFC 283, another full card breakdown and predictions. This one's a big card, the first pay-per-view event. Big UFC card. Now guys, my results on the first card weren't great, they weren't bad. I had 4 bets, 2 of them were winning bets, 2 of them were losing bets. So a break-even situation. Now guys, let's take a look at MoneyCity. There is like 15 MoneyCity comments, so yeah, let's get into that. John Freeman said Umar, Rebecca, Basharat, pure money. Travis M, Johnson, Rebecca, Argetta, MoneyCity, pure money. MMA Girlie said I'm laying down my entire piggy bank. Umar, Javid, Ketlin, over 2.5, pure money. My brother Cody said Ige Bulgaria. Now we didn't get the Bulgarian matchup, but Dan Ige, pure money. My brother Magic Shroom said Nascimento, Javid, minus 150. That's money. Taco said Basharat Nurmagomedov, Rebecca Nascimento, plus 115. MoneyCity, pure money. Hey guys, check this one out. Andrew Kelly said Ige, Kopolov, Charles Johnson, plus 450. Pure money. Then we've got my brother James. My brother James said, what'd he say? Rebecca, Basharat, Nascimento, Argetta, main event over 1.5. And that's going to be just under plus 200. So that's money. Then you've got Rocky. This guy goes to MoneyCity. This guy is like Rocky. He's a champion. Ige, Johnson, Basharat, pure money. Then you've got Drew Williams who said Nascimento, Basharat, Umar Nurmagomedov, inside the distance. Plus 400, pure money. Look at all these comments, man. Nordic Hellers, Psycho Sean Strickland, plus 114, pure money. My adversary said over 1.5, or sorry, over 1 round in the main event, and Umar moneyline. That's easy. Pure money. My brother Chef cooking him up. He's cooking up the MoneyCity plays to start the year. Sean Strickland, Nascimento, Javid, pure money. I'm not really sure how to say this username, but he had Sean Strickland. And that is money. And the final MoneyCity play is UFC forecast. Danny Gay, Javid Basharat, our platinum hammer. Pure money. Alright, if you want your MoneyCity comment 2 feature, make sure you hashtag your comment. Let's break down UFC 283. Alright guys, first matchup on this card, we've got Daniel Marcos taking on Simon Oliveira. Now Daniel Marcos is coming off a nice win on the Contender Series against an opponent that was quite undersized. You know, Daniel Marcos had the height and reach. Guys, it is worth noting that Daniel Marcos has never lost a fight, amateur or professional level. 13-0 as a professional, 6-0 as an amateur. Not entirely sure just how good he is though, but 19 fights, never lost. But yeah, now he's in the UFC, so we're really going to see just how good Daniel Marcos is. Now on the flip side, Simon Oliveira, this guy has excellent jiu-jitsu. His Muay Thai kicking ability does seem to be really good too. Guys, you could say that Simon Oliveira has like a similar skill set to Alan Nascimento. You know, he'll use the Muay Thai kicks on the stand-up, and then it's all jiu-jitsu when we go to the mat. And a lot of Brazilians kinda have this skill set, you know, Muay Thai and BJJ. Guys, I've been pretty good recently at picking undefeated fighters losing for the first time. Aaliyah Tapira and Bryce Mitchell, both undefeated. I took Aaliyah Tapira. And recently we had Javid Basharat against Mendonça. Both of those guys were undefeated. I took Javid Basharat. Now guys, in this matchup, Daniel Marcos has never lost. I'm going to predict him to lose for the first time. And the reason why I'm going to do that, I think Simon Oliveira's got a nice Muay Thai skill set. Pretty good jiu-jitsu. You know, whether we go to the mat or stay striking, I like his skill set. And I think he's going to be the first guy to beat Daniel Marcos. So that's my first prediction. Alright, moving into a matchup between Luan Lacerda taking on Cody Stamann. Now guys, Luan Lacerda is primarily a jiu-jitsu player. Excellent high-level black belt in BJJ. His Muay Thai striking has gotten better fight by fight. You can notice that on the tape. But primarily a jiu-jitsu player. Now on the flip side, Cody Stamann is a wrestler with good boxing pressure. You know, typically uses like good boxing pressure inside the octagon to get his takedowns. Cody Stamann has 26 professional fights at this point. 11 of those are in the UFC. So 11 of those at the highest level. And it's fair to say that Cody Stamann has competed against some of the best in the UFC. You know, Aljamain Sterling, Alejandro Perez, Song Yadong, Jimmy Rivera, Merab, Said Nurmagomedov. So there's no questioning the competition Cody Stamann has competed against. You know, solid wrestler, solid boxer, usually good cardio, unless he's competing against like Merab. But yeah, Cody Stamann, you know, solid competitor. Guys, it is worth noting that the 2 times Cody Stamann competed against someone with better jiu-jitsu, he did get submitted. You know, Aljamain Sterling has really good jiu-jitsu. He was able to submit Cody Stamann. Said Nurmagomedov also has brilliant jiu-jitsu, brilliant grappling. He was able to submit Cody Stamann. So yeah, guys, for me, I'm going to be looking at Cody Stamann to prove he can beat a high-level jiu-jitsu player. You know, obviously, when you're a wrestler, you take down the jiu-jitsu player, you have to anticipate all of those submission attempts. You're going to give the jiu-jitsu player all those opportunities, right? And that's exactly what Cody Stamann would be doing if he takes down Luan Lacerda. But yeah, guys, my prediction, I'm going to side with Cody Stamann. I think he's more well-rounded, a better wrestler, better boxing, better cardio, more proven at the highest level, although yet still to prove he can beat a high-level BJJ player. I do believe he's going to prove it this time round, though. My prediction, I'm going to take Cody Stamann to beat the debuting fighter, Luan Lacerda. Alright, moving into the next matchup, we've got Josiane Nunes taking on Zarah Fairn. So yeah, guys, Josiane Nunes, man, this girl's a wrecking ball. You know, a little pit bull, a bald pit bull that's just launching missiles at your head. You know, not the most technical, but her aggression kind of makes up for the technique that she's lacking, right? Styles make fights. Not everyone's going to be super technical. Not everyone's going to be super aggressive. With Josiane Nunes, she's all about the aggressive striking approach. Now, on the flip side, Zarah's just horrible, right? This girl, I'm not going to lie, she's horrible. Pretty bad. You know, if you guys said to me, give me a comparison on Zarah, I would honestly say, like, just imagine an ironing board. Yeah? Imagine an ironing board in the octagon. You know, she's just stiff, slow, old. She's an ironing board. You know, just horrible. There's no chance I'm going to be siding with Zarah in this matchup. I'll take the bald, aggressive, pitbull looking girl to completely dust Zarah in the first round. And if she doesn't dust Zarah round 1, I'm sure she's going to dust her round 2. That's got to be my pick. Josiane for the win. She's so aggressive and she's just swinging hooks. You know, punches in bunches. And what's the ironing board going to do? You know, she's going to look old, slow, stiff. Josiane should win this matchup. Alright, moving into a matchup between Warlley Alves taking on Nicolas Dalby. Man, I'm very torn on predicting this matchup. Warlley Alves always seems to be fatigued badly after the first round, and I don't like that. You know, his cardio does seem to be a weakness. You know, if there's no first round stoppage, Warlley Alves, he might turn to dust. Those betting tickets might turn to dust. On the flip side, Nicolas Dalby has this karate style. You know, likes to use the sideways stance, bouncing on his feet. Likes to use a nice distance between him and his opponent. You know, the karate players like to maintain the distance, like to control the space. He's not super clean at doing that, but that's really what Dalby would like to do. Man, I really don't know what to do on this one. Early on, I do favour Warlley Alves, but past round 1, you know, when the fatigue starts to set in, that's where I really think it's a dangerous bet. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to fade Nicolas Dalby. I do want to do that, but I'm not entirely sure if this is like the perfect spot to do it. I'm going to do it. No, I'm not. It's not the perfect spot to do it. I'm going to side with Nicolas Dalby to beat Warlley Alves. And the reason why I'm going to make that pick is just purely down to like the cardio of Warlley Alves. And then he just fatigues. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to side with the karate style of Nicolas Dalby. I don't have to really worry about the work ethic or the cardio of Nicolas. You know, he's got that. He's got a good work ethic. He's a good grappler, good kicker, good output. I want to fade him. I do want to fade him, but I'm not sure this is the spot to do it. I'll take Nicolas Dalby. Alright guys, moving into a matchup between Ismael Bonfim taking on Terrance McKinney. Now guys, looking at Ismael Bonfim, this guy's got really sick boxing. Like his boxing is just, it's beautiful. You know, last week I spoke about Soriano and Kopolov and I used a boxing quote. The right hand will take you around the block. The jab's going to take you around the world. Ismael Bonfim uses the jab beautifully. And even when he does use the right hand, even when he does go Soriano style swinging the hooks, they're so technical. Like super technical. So yeah guys, looking at Ismael Bonfim's boxing, I think his boxing sharp. Now on the flip side, Terrance McKinney may not be offering the same type of boxing. Right, he's not really offering that, but you look at his wrestling, right, the wrestling's good to go. And Terrance McKinney gets straight to the action. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as the ref says fight, Terrance is fighting. He's a madman. But guys, because of that, we know that Terrance McKinney doesn't have like super good cardio. You know, it seems to be like a 1 round or bust type of fighter. And if that is going to be the case in this matchup, if it is going to be 1 round or bust, I think either Terrance McKinney gets that round 1 stoppage on the mat. If that doesn't happen, I'm telling you, the boxing of Ismael Bonfim is so good. I can see him starching Terrance McKinney, or even going to the body of a tired Terrance McKinney in round 2. You see what I'm saying, guys? I don't think this matchup's going to go 15 minutes. For me, I'm going to side with the boxing of Ismael Bonfim as an underdog. He's an underdog, and if he survives that first round of wrestling from Terrance, probably goes on to get a stoppage. So yeah, my prediction's going to be Ismael Bonfim. Alright guys, moving into a matchup between Jailton Almeida taking on Shamil Abdurakhimov. Guys, Shamil Abdurakhimov is getting absolutely dusted. He's getting completely and utterly dusted. Hooked up to the Shadow City server real quick. You know, 0 to Shadow City real quick. You know, Jailton Almeida's got the physical size advantage. He's got the height and reach. Jailton Almeida's got the speed advantage. Jailton Almeida's got the striking advantage. Jailton Almeida's got the jiu-jitsu advantage. Jailton Almeida is going to inflict complete dusteration on the dosser that is Shamil Abdurakhimov. Enjoy it. Alright guys, moving into a matchup between Gabriel Bonfim taking on Munir Lazez. Now Gabriel Bonfim, just like his brother, this guy's a brilliant boxer. Arguably a better boxer than Ismael. You know, his jab is pure money. The speed of his boxing is unbelievable. Just a sick boxer. Now looking at the jiu-jitsu of Gabriel Bonfim, it's also high level. You know, pulling off a Von Flue choke on the contender. Super good jiu-jitsu. Now on the flip side, Munir Lazez, this guy's like a sniper. You know, got the sniper style. But in my opinion, I don't really see the sniper style working against a slick boxer in Gabriel Bonfim. You know, maybe it's going to work for like 2 minutes. But past that, I don't really see it working. Munir Lazez hasn't got the speed against Gabriel. He's not got the same technique with the boxing. And obviously when we look at the grappling of Munir Lazez, like the BJJ, it's not on the same level of Gabriel Bonfim. Guys, in my opinion, Munir Lazez, he's going to be in for a real boxing lesson in this matchup. And that boxing lesson more than likely is going to take place more and more as the fight goes. So yeah, I kind of doubt the chances of Munir Lazez. All aboard the Bonfim train. You know, both of these guys, the Bonfim brothers, all aboard. I think he's going to box up Munir Lazez quite badly. So yeah, I'll be siding with Gabriel Bonfim, probably to get a stoppage. That's my pick. Alright guys, moving into the next matchup, we've got Thiago Moises taking on Costa. So let's start with the UFC tested fighter that is Thiago Moises, primarily a jiu-jitsu wizard. You know, super high level BJJ. And he did display that in his last fight against Christos Giagos, you know, took the back and it's a wrap. I think Thiago's Muay Thai striking ability has improved, you know, specifically the kicks. It has improved. I wouldn't say it's a super dangerous part of his game, but definitely worth noting that there has been improvements in that area. Now guys, the opponent, Costa, he does seem pretty tough. He does seem pretty aggressive, but nothing really stood out on tape. You know, seems to be like a Muay Thai striker. Tough, aggressive, but nothing's really standing out. For me, I'm going to side with the UFC tested fighter, that is Thiago Moises. I like his BJJ. His jiu-jitsu is really good. I think if he takes the back of Costa, it's going to be a wrap. Or even like if he's in guard and he can set up an armbar. Alright guys, moving into the next matchup, we've got Gregory Rodriguez taking on Bruno Ferreira. Violent Obama, aka Gregory Rodriguez. Man, this guy is good. Robocop is excellent. Brilliant Muay Thai striking, high level BJJ. Now there is a couple things about Gregory's game that you could say are weaknesses. Now first of all, his striking defense isn't great. And I'll tell you why that is. Guys, notice with Muay Thai strikers, their head movement is very limited. Now guys, the reason for that is in Muay Thai, you're not really taught to be erratic with your head movement. Muay Thai is the art of 8 limbs, right? I can kick you, I'm allowed to use my knees as weapons, I'm allowed to elbow you, I'm allowed to punch you. And when there's someone throwing 8 limbs at you, best believe you're not going to move your head too much. Right, because I can easily walk myself into a head kick. Hashtag Usman. So yeah, Muay Thai fighters kind of lean back. Hashtag Fazeev. Or they use their guard to block kicks rather than move their head around too much. So that's maybe why Gregory Rodriguez doesn't have the best striking defense. But guys, make no mistake, Gregory Rodriguez's striking is lethal. And he knows that. Now on the flip side, Bruno Ferreira does seem to be a wrecking ball in that first round. You know, heavy power, just looking to flatline the opponent. Now guys, we don't really know what Bruno Ferreira looks like in the middle of round 2. We don't know what he looks like past round 2. And because of that, I'm not going to go against Violent Obama. Gregory Rodriguez, I know his striking defense isn't too good, but he's got excellent Muay Thai. He's still a good Muay Thai striker. And I think when you put that up against a wrecking machine in round 1, if it goes past round 1, he's going to teach this guy a lesson. So yeah, for me, I'm siding with Gregory Rodriguez. Alright, moving into a matchup between Mauricio Shogun Hua taking on Ihor Potieria. Shogun Hua, this guy's a legend. Hall of Famer, OG of the fight game, legend. I've said it multiple times and I'll say it multiple times again this year. The worst thing about mixed martial arts is watching the legends fight past their sell-by date. There's nothing worse. You know, we had to watch Cerrone get beat up. We had to watch Anderson get beat up. We had to watch Ferguson still get beat up. And we still have to watch Shogun go to the cage. You know, this is a 41-year-old Shogun. It's difficult to watch. And guys, the funny thing about this matchup, Ihor Potieria isn't even good. This guy's beaten trash cans, dossers. Like, that's the funny thing about this matchup. But guys, the only real thing Potieria's got to do to win this matchup is just avoid being taken to the mat. And all he's got to do is land clean one time on Shogun. And he probably sleeps him. Guys, who I want to win is going to be Shogun. That's who I want to win. I want Shogun to beat this trash can, but that's not what I think is going to happen. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to see Shogun win this matchup. Guys, I was in Hamburg, Germany when Anthony Smith slept Shogun in round 1, and my goodness was it bad. He slept him badly. You know, it's only going to take one clean shot to really get Shogun wobbling. You know what I'm saying? It takes one clean shot and then from there you can find that stoppage. And like I say, despite Ihor Potieria, in my opinion, not being that good, it's just going to take one. And I think that one's going to happen. I think it's going to happen in round 1. I'm not going to lie, I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love to see Shogun just dust him. You know, dust this dosser. Prove you can do it. But my goodness, is Ihor Potieria lucky that Shogun's 41 years old? Are you lucky? My goodness. I'm going to side with Ihor Potieria to dust the legend. I hope I'm wrong. Guys, if you waited to smoke with me, amen. If you've been smoking this whole time, double amen. If you're not a smoker but you enjoy the smoke breaks, that's always been a triple amen, gang. Let's go. Now guys, be sure to follow my Instagram at UFCLay. I'm going to be posting like quick pick predictions, so if you listen to my breakdown but you forget who I'm picking, like a few days later, closer to the fight card, I'm going to be posting quick pick predictions, like the pictures. So yeah, you can see those pictures later in the week and compare your picks to my picks. You can also let me know who you're going to be betting on and all that good stuff. And I'm also going to be posting like KOs of the night, submissions of the night, all of that stuff that we love to see every weekend. Now guys, just to speak about the last UFC card, I want to give all the credit to Sean Strickland. That guy's a gangster, pure gangster. You know, just a few days notice, turns up, fights his fight. We know that Nasruddin's a great striker, but Sean Strickland just said, look, I'm going to bring you down to my level. I'm going to beat you with this boxing. I'm going to smack you with the jab. I was having a conversation with one of my friends who's a sniper, a Muay Thai striker, and he was speaking about Nasruddin had to just stand his ground a little bit more, which anytime he did, Sean was just like, okay, here's a jab, here's a 1-2. And that's really what Sean Strickland does. You know, you stay in the pocket. I'm going to beat you in this space. Alright guys, the main card. Let's break him down. Let's make predictions. Alright guys, moving into a matchup between Johnny Walker taking on Paul Craig. Now guys, let's start this breakdown by saying Paul Craig is one of the best jiu-jitsu players in the UFC. He's arguably the best Scottish jiu-jitsu player in the UFC. You know, the Scottish Charlie Oliveira, you could say. Now, despite being one of the best grapplers at 205 in terms of jiu-jitsu, there's multiple negatives to the game of Paul Craig. His striking, in all honesty, is pure trash. His striking defense is pretty terrible. His wrestling ability is pretty laughable. His chin isn't exactly great. It's kind of bad. His cardio isn't anything to write home about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the only real thing that I rate about Paul Craig is going to be like the only thing anyone would really rate about Paul Craig, and that's going to be his jiu-jitsu ability. Now on the flip side, Johnny Walker isn't a specialist like Paul Craig. He doesn't specialize at any one given area of mixed martial arts. I do believe though that his overall game is going to be better than Paul Craig's. Johnny Walker has the physical advantage, height and reach. Johnny Walker is by far more explosive. Johnny Walker is a better striker than Paul Craig. You know guys, neither of these fighters have a granite chin. But if you're looking at who's going to test whose chin, is it going to be Paul Craig testing Johnny Walker's chin? I doubt it. I think if anyone gets their chin tested, it's going to be Paul Craig. You know, Paul Craig's going to be the one to get a broken jaw. Guys, we know that Paul Craig wins these fights by submission. So don't even bother with the money line. Don't bother with decision. Don't bother with TKO. If you're going to bet Paul Craig, you do it by submission prop. In my opinion though, I'm going to be siding against Paul Craig. I'm going to take Johnny Walker to starch Paul Craig round 1. Guys, Paul Craig is older. Walker's younger. Paul Craig is slow. Walker is explosive. Paul Craig is at a physical disadvantage. Walker is at a physical advantage. Paul Craig has bad striking and bad striking defense. Walker has dangerous striking and his striking defense has improved. You know, went 25 minutes with Thiago Santos and was able to avoid all the power. Guys, in my opinion, I think Johnny Walker should completely dust Paul Craig. That's got to be my pick. Alright, moving into the next matchup, we've got Jessica Andrade taking on Lauren Murphy. Now guys, I did side with Lauren Murphy against Miesha Tate at like plus 200. Now in this matchup, she's an even bigger underdog. However, this time round, in my opinion, it's well warranted. You know, this time she does deserve to be a big underdog. And that's because Jessica Andrade is actually very, very good. You know, she didn't retire for years like Miesha Tate. Her face isn't made of glass like Miesha Tate. Her striking is lethal, unlike Miesha Tate. So yeah, this time round, I do believe the chances of Lauren Murphy is nowhere near what it was against Miesha Tate. Lauren Murphy's nearly 40 years old. You know, she's super tough, but her toughness isn't going to win her this fight. The only way she can really beat Jessica is by wrestling. But I do believe there's more chance that she's going to get dusted. You know, guys, Jessica Andrade is physically strong. She's quick. She's technically sound. She's powerful. She arguably has submission of the year in 2022 with that standing head and arm choke against Amanda Lemos. So yeah, in my opinion, how does Lauren Murphy do well against Jessica Andrade? How does she do it? I don't think she does. I think Jessica dusts her. So yeah, all day in my opinion, Jessica Andrade in Brazil against lucky Lauren Murphy. There's going to be no luck. Put it that way. Jessica wins this matchup. Alright guys, moving into a matchup between Gilbert Burns taking on Neil Magny. Now guys, I'm going to make a big underdog prediction. I'm going to side with Neil Magny to win this matchup. And I could be making a horrible prediction because we know Gilbert Burns has some of the best jiu-jitsu you've ever seen. His BJJ is incredible, and that's maybe why the bookmakers are lining this fight so deeply in the favour of Gilbert Burns. And to be honest, you look at Neil Magny, he has struggled with grapplers here and there throughout his career. You know, even RDA, when he stepped up to 170, just dismantled Magny in the grappling. So yeah, maybe my prediction is way off on this one, but the odds are just, they're pulling me towards Magny. I'm not going to lie, the odds are really making me side this way. And of course, some people would say like, it doesn't matter what the odds are, it matters who's going to win. That's not really correct. And I'll tell you why. Guys, let's say you favour Burns to win 70% of the time. 70% is minus 233. So if you favour Burns at 70%, are you going to bet minus 450? You do if you don't understand maths. You see what I'm saying? The prediction game is going to be different to the gambling game, and sharp gamblers don't get that. But that explanation that I just gave you, hopefully that helps you understand. So yeah, I do understand that Neil Magny's a long shot, but I do give him a better chance than what his odds indicate. I think he's a cardio monster. He's got good output. And I think he gets better as the fight goes. So yeah, if Neil Magny can avoid the mat, avoid the jiu-jitsu of Gilbert Burns, I think his odds are just, they're off. So yeah, I'm gonna take a big shot on Neil Magny to win this matchup. Alright guys, moving into the fourth fight between Deiveson Figueiredo taking on Brandon Moreno. Oh my goodness. I was having a conversation with one of my boys in my Discord, and we basically said, or he said, the fact that this fight's happened 3 times and we still don't know the right side, that just kind of sums up the fight. That sums up the matchup. And it really does. Like, if you've got a confident prediction with this fight, then by all means, smack the betting line, smack the money line, make that bet. But for me, this one's like, how do you really lay down a good amount of money and be confident that you're going to get that money back with profit? I don't see how you can do it. And guys, I remember one of my breakdowns years ago when Figueiredo fought Formiga. I said on that breakdown, listen, Figueiredo's going to be a champion in the future. And what happened that weekend? Formiga beat Figueiredo. And I had people come to my comment section like, you overhyped Figueiredo, you overhyped. Then a couple years later, Figueiredo gets matched up against Joey B. And I stuck by Figueiredo. You know, and he just goes in there and just mops the floor, dusted him. You know, I believe that Figueiredo is one of these fighters that is super talented. You know, he's got the wide stance. Have you noticed how he just stands really wide? And he's letting you know, like, that right hand is coming. You know what I'm saying? He's got almost like a karate stance. Super powerful, great boxer, great jiu-jitsu, super strong. Figueiredo was always going to be a champion. But guys, then you look at Brandon Moreno and he kind of had this resurgence in his career. You know, he just got better. He just got better. And it's even like Brandon Moreno was also going to be a champion. He told us, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I will be a champion. And he did. Guys, I just think this matchup is the type of matchup, after the 4th time, you could do it again. Yeah, that's the type of matchup. These guys are brilliant. They're the best 125ers in the UFC. So yeah guys, trying to break it down is pretty difficult. I think Figueiredo, like I said, you know, got the wide stance, power, jiu-jitsu, he's got it all. So is Brandon Moreno. It's a good one, man. How do you make a pick? And guys, I'm not afraid to tell you, like, if I don't know, I'm not afraid to say it. I don't know. I don't know who wins this fight. I do not know. You know what I'm saying? Would it be smarter for me to say I don't know or act like I've got the answer? You know what I'm saying? If I don't know, I don't know. And this is one that, the fact we've got it 4 times It just goes to show what type of matchup this is. May the best man win. And whoever does win, they would probably lose the next fight. It's one of those fights. I'm going to side with Figgy. I'm going to side with my guy, Deiveson Figueiredo. But yeah, this one, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch it again. It's a great matchup. Alright guys, moving into the main event, we've got Glover Teixeira taking on Sweet Dreams Jamahal. And this main event is unbelievable. It's insane. Glover Teixeira gets the chance again to become the 205 champion, this time in Brazil. You know, it's almost like it's written in the stars again for Glover Teixeira. But guys, don't forget Jamahal. This guy's a slick southpaw 205er. This guy's a slick striker. And he's not slick in the same way of like Jiri Prochazka. You know, he's not erratic. He's not crazy. He's traditional, you know, stands in the southpaw stance. He's going to fire the rear kick. He's going to fire the rear hand. You know, super composed, so slick, accurate, quick, powerful. Jamahal is a great southpaw striker. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to speak about Glover Teixeira is going to grapple this guy. And to be honest, he really should. If you're Glover Teixeira, grapple all day. Because his grappling so much better than Jamahal's. You know, Glover Teixeira's been doing this for a long time. His jiu-jitsu is like 100 times better than Jamahal's. His wrestling is 100 times better than Jamahal's. His grappling's better. And if you're Glover Teixeira, you want to implement that. You know, that's what made you a champion. You took down Jan Blachowicz, you choked him out. And now you want to just do the same thing to Jamahal, you know, just ragdoll this guy. Make yourself a champion again. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to side that way. It makes sense. It does make sense. But guys, for me, I've never picked against Jamahal. I've never made that pick against him. I think his striking's clean. I think it's technical. I think it's classical. You know, it's not erratic. He's not doing jump knees. You know, if he puts you in the Muay Thai plum, it's beautiful knees to the body. He's not trying to spin like a Johnny Walker. And that's why he beat Johnny Walker. Everything Jamahal's doing is proven to work. You know, other fighters have proven, look, traditional's the best way. And even though Jiri Prochazka beat Glover Teixeira, I think we can all agree, like, Glover proved he was the better mixed martial artist. I think it's going to be difficult to find the same success against a traditional southpaw rather than a crazy guy in Jiri Prochazka. You know, Glover found success on the mat. He found success on the feet. I don't think he's going to find the same success on the feet. And I don't think Jamahal going to make mistakes leading to being taken to the mat. It's for Glover Teixeira to set up the takedown. So yeah, I think this matchup is more difficult than Jiri Prochazka. And because of that, I'm siding with Sweet Dreams. I'm siding with Jamahal to win this matchup, to become the new 205 champion. If he gets taken to the mat by Glover Teixeira, then it's potentially a wrap. You know, if you get taken to the mat by Glover, you probably get subbed. You know what I'm saying? You probably do. And that's why Jamahal's got to be careful. You know, don't get taken to the mat. If you do, stay safe. Make it to the end of the round. I think Jamahal becomes the champion in Brazil. That's my pick. Alright guys, let me know you're taking on UFC 283. Eyes to the sky, never glued to your shoes. Peace.